Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make a gluten-free key lime pie. Typically you'll find recipes made with sweetened condensed milk and they have a little more of a dense filling. Mine is a little bit lighter and we're going to be using cream cheese and heavy whipping cream to achieve that. So I'm Rockin' Robin and I'm going to show you how to do it right after this. Let's get started and go over the ingredients, and I'm going to show you which gluten-free graham crackers to use, which I think are the best. I'm going to go over the ingredients for the crust first. So what I have here are some gluten-free graham crackers. They're called S'morables, and I think these are the best tasting ones that I have found yet. And I'm not even sure you could even tell the difference between these and regular graham crackers. They're so good. We'll also need some brown sugar. I've combined it here with some ground cinnamon and some butter. For our filling, of course, we're going to need some limes. Now, these are just regular limes. I couldn't find key limes, but these work fine. And we're going to be using 3 or 4, depending on how tart and sweet we want it. So we're going to be using about 1/3 cup of lime juice and the zest. And we're going to counterbalance that with some sugar. Over here, we've got some heavy whipping cream. And make sure you guys, read your labels. Make sure that all you're buying there is just heavy cream and not a bunch of other additives. We'll need some cream cheese. I'm using full-fat cream cheese here. And then the last thing we'll need is some gelatin. We're going to start off making our crust. So I have my oven preheating to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, we'll take our graham crackers and we're going to place them into a food processor. If you don't have a food processor, you can put them in a Ziploc bag, take a rolling pin, roll them out, and just hit them a little bit and crunch them down, get them nice and flat. So I'll go ahead and pulse this up. Once your graham crackers are nice and crumbly, we'll just pour them into a bowl. Take your brown sugar and your cinnamon and just dump it in and mix it in before we add the butter. You want to make sure that everything is really well combined. You get that cinnamon and the sugar mixed throughout our whole crust. Now toss in your butter. Now I melted this in the microwave just until it melted, so it's not super hot or anything. And now we're just going to stir this up until we moisten all of the graham cracker crust. Once you've got your butter mixed in, and you can tell by, it looks more like wet sand, then go ahead and pour it into your pie plate. So I have a 9-inch pie plate right here that we're going to press this into. So just take all of your mixture, toss it in. And with clean hands, you want to spread it out first so that it's sort of evenly dispersed before you start pressing it. And just use your hands, or you can use a spoon if you like, and start packing it in and pressing it out so that it comes up the side of your pie plate. And when you get to the edges, what you want to do is take your hand on top to kind of push it down, and it compacts it down a little bit as you go around. So just work your way around like this until the whole thing is finally compacted. Okay, so here's the pie crust. I've got mine all pressed out. I tried to get it evenly dispersed so that it's a nice even crust throughout the whole pie. All right, so now we're going to put this in the oven, 350 degrees for 8 minutes. That's really important not to go over 8 minutes. I mean, 9 may be the max, but if you go too long with this, it's going to turn out as hard as a rock. So just go 8 minutes and that should take care of it. Our pie crust came out of the oven right at 8 minutes, not a minute over, and it's sitting back there on my stove cooling off. I actually put a fan on it. You want your crust to be completely chilled or cool before you add our filling to it. So place your cream cheese into a bowl. Now my cream cheese has been sitting out for a while, so it's soft, and I'm going to go ahead and zest the limes into the cream cheese. All right, once we're done zesting, we're going to blend this up a little bit. It's going to keep that zest nice and moist. Once that's well combined, we'll move on to juicing our limes. Juice up your limes until you've got about 1/3 cup. So now that I've got my lime juice, I've got 1/3 cup here in my measuring cup, and I'm going to add the gelatin to that and just stir that in for a second. So now I'm going to go back to my cream cheese mixture here, and I'm going to add the sugar. And I'm going to add some of the lime mixture. Now we're going to add our heavy whipping cream. That's our last addition, and we're going to mix this up until it gets light and fluffy. Now I'm going to give this a little taste just to see the tartness and the sweetness here, just to see how I like it. I think I could use just a little more lime juice. That is really good though. It's very, very bright and refreshing. I'm just going to drop just a little bit in there, but man, it's really good. So mix your filling until it's a fluffy, well, not too fluffy, but a thicker consistency like this. You don't want to overmix it though, because you had whipping cream in there and you don't want it to turn to butter. So now we're just going to pour this into our pie plate that has, of course, been chilled. All right, so now we've got everything in there, spread it out, bring it out to the edge, and we just need to place this in the refrigerator for a minimum of 2 hours. Overnight's better. So when we come back, when this is all firmed up, we'll whip up some more whipping cream, we'll put some on top, and we'll serve it up. So we're going to take our whipping cream, pour it into your mixer. That was just about 1 cup of cream, because that's about all we need for our pie. We don't need too much. So I'm going to put about a tablespoon. I'm using baker's sugar here. It's very fine, and it dissolves real easily into our whipping cream. And I'm going to place probably 3/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and we're going to beat this up. Oops. And get it nice firm peaks, and then I'll show you what we do next. Our whipped cream is done, and I have a piping bag over here. I'll show you in just a second, right here, with a nice big star tip on the end. And I've got it in a glass to kind of keep it upright. And I'm going to go ahead and place my whipping cream in the bag. So just take your spatula, push it on down. I filled that up about halfway. We don't need a lot here, just a little decorative touch to this. And then you want to push it down a little bit. It starts to come out, give it a twist, and we can start putting some little decoration on there. So I'm no expert at this, guys, but I just think it looks cool. You can just put little dollops all the way around. Makes it look more professional, impressive. And then I'll take my limes, and this will give people an indication of what kind of pie it is. So I like to place a few lime pieces in there, like that. So now I'm ready to go ahead and cut into this and see how it tastes. All right, here we go. And I'll put that little lime slice back on top. And I'm ready to dive in and try it. I can't wait. Been waiting all night for this. Oh man. Guys, this is really delicious. Very light, fluffy, smooth, creamy, tangy, sweet. You can taste that brightness from the lime. The lime zest really brings it alive. Delicious, guys. I hope you'll try this. Let me know if you do. And you know what you can do? If you make it this weekend. And then go over to my Facebook page at robbininthekitchen.com and post your picture. I'd love to see it. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click that button right over there, and you'll be notified of new videos every week. And leave me a comment. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.